Because when the piston is at bottom dead center or at the bottom of the stroke, when it starts to come back up, it rocks. Now this can score the skirts pretty bad, especially at high RPM. So by simply deburring the bottom of the cylinder walls, we'll help eliminate the wear on the piston skirts. The only downside is we have 7 more holes to go before we address the other half of this equation. Sharp edges on the bottom of a piston skirt will scrape oil off the cylinder walls as it moves down the bore. So we're going to use an oil-impregnated file that we got from the late Joe Mondello to remove it, which will keep oil on the walls and allow better lubrication to the skirts.
We're done with the grinders, and it's off for its final wash. Now with it against the block without a gasket, it sits flush, but the holes do not line up. This boss is coming into contact with the side of the chain, so it's got to go. Using an aluminum burr, remove the unwanted material and clean it up with a cartridge roll. Back at the block, we can see there's plenty of room for the chain now, and the holes line up. The rotating assembly was supplied with King bearings. Now they're 24% harder than a typical race bearing for more fatigue resistance. Now these are 3/4 grooved for improved oiling to the journals. Even though we prime every one of our engines before fire up, assembly lube is a must to protect the bearings and journals when the engine is being put together. We're ready for another part off the table. It's this K1 crankshaft that sports a 4-inch stroke and 2 100 mains. Now it's a 4340 forged material and weighs in at 52 pounds. You can order it with a 24 or 58 tooth reluctor wheel. Now it's a strong, affordable foundation for our plans. Earlier, we showed you why we put these ARP studs in. It's also important you know that the torque sequence is very critical. Here's why. When you tighten the main cap down, you want to do it in small, even increments so it seats flat. If you torque one side to the final spec before the others, you risk side-loading the bearing and altering its crush height. First to be torqued are the inner studs to 20 foot-pounds, followed by an increase to 40. Finally, to the final spec of 60 foot-pounds. For the outers, the same process, but the final torque value is 50 foot-pounds. The side main cap bolts need a little silicone under the head of the bolt to prevent oil seepage. They get torqued in one pass to 20 foot-pounds.